read a lot of books if you want to become great at anything, right? So if your goal is to be the most disciplined man on this planet, you have to read a lot of disciplined books. And the reason why is that is because each book literally fundamentally changes who you are, right? So our brain can only rely on the information we have in our head. If I grab this book, this is a 300-page book, and I insert all this into my brain, there is no way I don't change. It's impossible for me not to change. I possibly couldn't be thinking the same. I'm not the same worlds, right? And if I want to be a businessman, I want to read a bunch of business books because each book changes who I am. And no, that doesn't mean that the first business book you read, you're a businessman and you got a tie on and your briefcase and you're going to run a business. No, you don't understand business well enough to where you can go do that. You understand that a little bit, right? So let's say if we got all the information in your head with one book, you didn't change it that much because that's probably less than 1% of all the information you have in your head. If you really want to be a businessman, you want to read as many books as possible and have way more business knowledge in your head than any other knowledge. And the best way to do that is, of course, by reading books. And I know what you're probably thinking. Well, I probably need to take an action because reading the book doesn't make me do an action and I'm just wasting my time. You're not wasting your time, and reading a book is changing your action because it fundamentally changes who you are. Again, if I read a disciplined book, I can't help it but be more disciplined because what is the book telling me? Every time I open it, it's like, be disciplined, be the best you. This is why discipline is good. Now my brain has to only rely on that information that's coming into my brain, and it has to say, yes, I agree with that information, no, I disagree with that information. But what is it doing? It's doing an action. Or me picking up the book by itself and reading, that's doing an action. So don't fall in the trap that you read a lot and you don't take an action. It's literally impossible to read a lot and not imply what you read, right? So if you read, I know I'm using the discipline example too much, but if you read a discipline book, you're gonna start being more disciplined like amongst your friends. If you read a emotional intelligence book, it's literally gonna raise up your emotional intelligence. If you read, there is ample examples of like all the books you can read, but fundamentally the books change your thoughts and the thoughts control your actions, and your actions is who you are. So if you want to, if you're really serious about like your growth and your change, read as many books as possible and don't worry about the action because the action is gonna take care of itself. That's all I wanted to share with you guys. Share this, of course, with all your friends and family just so that they also have this nugget of knowledge. Other than that, we'll see you on the next one. Peace, guys.